What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom, and for today's video is going to be an important one, and that is what causes you to lose muscle. So if you're trying to build muscle, but if you can't, or if you're wondering why your muscle are disappearing, this video is for you people, right? So with that being said, we're going to dive into this topic. It may be a little bit long, but you guys are going to understand and have a lot of knowledge at the end of the video when it comes to muscle building and how to maintain muscle mass and how to prevent your muscles from disappearing over time, right? So number one thing is your hormones. Hormones play a huge role when it comes to living, repairing, replenishing, providing energy, providing a functional operating body. If your hormones are out of whack, out of balance per se, um, the the process of building muscle is going to be very hard because your testosterone is linked to muscle building, and with weight loss and fat gain and things of that nature, essentially your hormones will affect your weight levels and your potential of building muscle, and if you can maintain it or not, right? So if your testosterone is very low along with other hormones, then this is the reason why you are experiencing muscle loss, and or if it's too difficult, or if it's difficult to build muscle in the first place, right? Like if you're trying everything, if you're working out hard, you're eating, so on and so forth, but if you're not building the muscle that you are expecting or wanting, then perhaps you have low testosterone and your hormones are being affected. So it's very important to prioritize your hormones for a proper functioning body, right? Because your hormones are like your quality of life. If your hormones are out of whack, then everything is going to be impacted and affected greatly. So with that being said, here are the tips to improve your hormones or to regulate your hormones. You need to have a proper and clean diet and nutrition. You need to be exercising, controlling your stress, and eating healthy foods. Did I mention that already? Probably did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you eat healthily, exercise, and focus on healthy habits, your hormones won't go out of whack. They won't go out of balance because you're not causing inflammation nor damage to the body from the foods and whatnot. And by exercising and by eating healthily, you are detoxing the body, cleansing the body, and replenish the body with healthy nutrients. So as a result, you are properly nourish the body, and from there, you are regulating your hormones, you're improving your hormones, you're improving your health overall. So your hormones will be on track once you start taking care of yourself. But if you're not taking care of yourself, then you need to focus on your diet and nutrition. You need to focus on your exercise, your focusing on improving your hormones. So start eating healthier fat sources, start consuming less junk foods, and just start focusing on yourself. You need to focus on every little aspect, right? And you can use supplements to aid in this, improving your testosterone and your hormones, or regulating them, because like I said earlier, your hormones and testosterone play a huge role when it comes to building muscle and to maintain it and so on and so forth, especially with recovery and if you work out hard. And if you ever hear bodybuilders talk about testosterone, that's because it is the key to building muscle and to maintain muscle. So if you have low testosterone, then you won't build muscle efficiently, right? So you could use like Centripeak, for example, to help regulate and improve your natural testosterone and your hormones. So go check them out. I have a video about Centripeak. It was my previous video, so go check it out. Go on my YouTube or go on the link in the description, and I'll have it linked there, right? All right, so number 2 is diet and nutrition. I kind of explained it already, but if you're eating very, very poorly, that's going to affect your hormones, and that's going to affect your testosterone, therefore leading to malnourishment, which will result in muscle loss and a very difficult time to build muscle, okay? So I highly, highly recommend you people to eat healthy as much as possible, and stay consistent with that, right? Drink water, avoid junk foods. And here's another major tip. Do not stay in a severe calorie deficit. Anyone that is in a severe calorie deficit will have their hormones and testosterone um, will have their testosterone and hormones being affected greatly, because first off, your body does not like to be in a low body fat range. So if you're under like 9%, 8%, 7% body fat, that is extremely detrimental to your health and to your hormones and to your testosterone and the potential of building muscle and to maintain that muscle mass, right? So here's my tip. Stay in a slight calorie deficit if you're wanting to stay ripped and lean. But the best bet, the best option for optimal growth and optimal health is to stay in a slight calorie surplus. Okay, not maintenance, because if you're wanting to grow muscle, continue to grow muscle, right, the optimal way is to stay in a slight calorie surplus. You don't want to go on a severe calorie surplus because you will become obese, and that will hinder your chances of building muscle and to maintain the muscle. And in fact, if you become obese, you will be prone to experiencing low testosterone and your hormones will be out of whack. So we want to avoid that as much as possible, right? So eat clean foods. Do not stay in a calorie deficit for a prolonged period of times, and stay in a slight calorie surplus if you're wanting optimal health, right? Another tip is exercising, right? So if you're a sedentary person, and that means that you are not active, you do not participate in any activity or active, sessions. Like you don't walk, you don't jog, you don't exercise, you don't work out, you don't do nothing in that nature. So if you're one of those people, then you are prone to having all sorts of health complications. First and foremost, your mental state will be affected, your physical state will be affected, your well-being. Then over time, your muscles will become atrophied, which means that your muscles will start losing its strength and power and mass, leading you vulnerable to fractures and things of that nature, right? So you'll become like a twig. Your muscle mass will be lost, and its strength and power. So lifting things and going about life is going to be tedious if you're sedentary all the time, people. Like, I cannot stress that enough. So here's my recommendation when it comes to developing muscle and maintaining it and improving your testosterone by exercising. First, you want to exercise, right? Secondly, you want to lift a little bit heavy, okay? By lifting a little bit heavy, that will promote testosterone, okay? You will elevate your testosterone because you're exerting so much like power and energy, and the body has to repair itself from all this damage. So your testosterone is going to be elevated for a little bit, right? And then if you stay consistent with this process, week by week, month by month, you don't have to do it every single day, the same protocol, the same routine. You just want to stay consistent with exercising or lifting weights, right? And ultimately, progressive overload is needed when it comes to continuous muscle building. So if you're just wanting to stay the same and maintain the same type of muscle mass, then doing the same type of routines on a weekly basis is all you need. But if you're wanting to progress in muscle building, then you need progressive overload, which means that you need to stimulate your muscles harder than last time when you go to the gym each and every single time. So you need to lift heavier, lift more weights, do more reps, so on and so forth. You need to tax the muscle greater in order to create more muscle. Essentially, you need to create more damage in order to create more muscle, because your body already has adapted to all that stress prior to developing this muscle mass. So now you need to go harder each and every time to create more of a stimulation, to create more damage in order to get the results that you're wanting, right? And the last tip, and it's very important, probably one of the most important things out there. The number one thing is probably like nutrition. Number two, this is it. Okay, people, and the last tip is your sleep. Okay, sleep is very important. It's crucial to life. It is the quality of life. If you don't have a good night's sleep, you'll wake up feeling tired, sluggish, irritable, and so on and so forth. You see all the time with people. They have bags. They don't feel good. Their power and strength and stamina is decreased. And overall, your well-being, your physical state, your mental state, overall will be affected greatly. Sleep is one of those things that many people don't prioritize nor care about because they think like sleep is nothing. But in fact, sleep is so important to us that people don't take that into account. And this is why they're experiencing low testosterone, low hormone levels, low energy levels, depression, you know, malnourishment, so on and so forth. That's because your sleep affects you greatly. So if you were to prioritize your sleep, you'll have better hormone levels, better energy levels, better testosterone levels, better everything, right? So sleep replenishes hormones, your testosterone, and it repairs the body from the damages that you have caused, right? So if you're not getting proper sleep, just imagine all those hormones and testosterone and other things not being repaired nor replenished, right? And this is why people experience these symptoms, the low testosterone, or develop these issues, the low testosterone, the low energy levels, the sluggish, the tiredness, so on and so forth, the depression, right? If you were to have a proper sleeping schedule on a weekly basis, monthly basis, on a yearly basis, you could prevent these issues. You improve your health outcome. You improve your longevity. You will feel better each and every day when you wake up just by having a proper sleeping schedule. A lot of people don't know about this. A lot of people neglect it. And a lot of people simply just don't understand the concept of sleeping and how nourishing it is for the human body, how beneficial it is to have a good, deep quality sleep on a day-to-day basis, on a night-to-night basis. You know what I'm saying, right? But that's it, people. What causes muscle? In conclusion, what causes muscle? What causes you to lose muscle? In conclusion, standing calorie deficit, right? Your hormones and testosterone is out of balance or out of whack, right? I forgot some. You're not exercising enough. You're sedentary, and or you're just completely ignoring your health symptoms, things of that nature. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave me a comment down below. Subscribe for more, and you guys have a great day.